attimo siamo qua.
Buongiorno, buongiorno. I'm in Sicily visiting family before Christmas, and I'm a guest at my brother's house with my sister-in-law, who's very kindly offered the use of her kitchen. Today I'm going to be cooking a very typical Sicilian dish called Anelletti Siciliani, and I've got the assistance of two glamorous assistants here. Juicy, my sister-in-law, and Mariella. There you go. So, we will be starting with the ingredients, and firstly I should say, please do not panic. This is us feeding an army today of 20,000, so I will be listing the ingredients separately, and you will see what we're going to be needing in a different page anyhow. So we'll make a start. We will start with some olive oil in this very little pan and we will be chopping an onion, couple of carrots. Assistant Juicy, can you please turn the fire on? Accendi il gas, per favore. On a very high heat, we put our little pot. We wait until it starts browning slightly. You can see it's already frying a little. Just break the mince until start becoming brown. You leave it for a few minutes and then we'll go back to it. And Juicy is going to add a little salt.
Sì.
Thank you, Juicy. While the mince is cooking, I'm going to show you the rest of the ingredients. We've got some tomato sauce here, just a few aubergines, parmesan cheese. We're going to be using some breadcrumbs. Eggs are part of the recipe, and we're going to be cooking this pasta. These are called the Anelletti, which stands for little rings. It's a typical Sicilian pasta, very difficult to find even in Italy, even in northern Italy. It's not the most straightforward pasta to find. However, you can use anything small, such as macaroni, or you might make from macaroni cheese, or you can also use even rigatoni if you like. You do not have to use this pasta, but the smaller the pasta, the better. In the meantime, I'm going to slice an aubergine. Will be more than one to do, as you can see. So I'll just do it into a few slices first, and I will make a few little soldiers. On your fingers, don't cut your fingers. As you can see, the mince is beginning to brown. Make sure that you break it up so that it's as small as possible, and see all this lovely juice that is being released, the fat from the mince needs to evaporate. As you might have guessed, this recipe also involves eggs. We've got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 eggs and 3 different mozzarellas. So I will slice the mozzarella into equal sizes, and there will be a filling for later. And we will slice the eggs as well. These have been pre-boiled, so they are now they're still warm, but they are a typical ingredient for this recipe. Clearly, if you don't like boiled eggs, do not put them in, but they do add a distinctive flavor to the dish. You can see that all of the juice has almost evaporated. We're going to wait a little while now before we add some wine. I really like my new apron that Juicy bought for me. Juicy?
Sì.
Dove siamo? Dove siamo? Where are we?
Aspetta un attimo, siamo qua.
Here, this is where we are.
Sì, prendo gli occhiali.
Sicily is very big, by the way. There's 5 million people living in Sicily. It's the largest Mediterranean area.
Allora, mangiare del Dallo, poi c'è Serimonte.
Careful, people might get funny ideas.
Là siamo.
Dopo la chiamo.
mince is brown, it's pretty dry, and at this point we put some wine. I'm using some white wine here, a glass of white wine, but you can use also red wine, but in this particular recipe, white wine is what is needed. We will leave it for a few seconds until the alcohol from the wine has evaporated. So the wine flavor has gone, and now we add a little, just a little tomato sauce. We pour it all in like so, all the way. We don't waste any. After a few minutes, more than a few minutes as it's such a large quantity, the sauce is now boiling, so we're going to be moving it to a low heat, the back of the stove. Turn this off for now, and we will let it simmer for approximately half an hour on a nice gentle low heat. We are putting some oil to start with, and we're going to be now gently fry the aubergines. We add some salt, quite a bit of salt because there is a lot here, but again don't go mad.
How many aubergines?
We've got 7 aubergines at the moment. We'll mix them together gently so that the salt and the oil cover some of the aubergine, and we're going to be putting this very tiny little lid on top of them to just cook them. And we will leave them for maybe 20 minutes. There's quite a lot, and we will check them halfway through. I'm getting some of the other ingredients ready. They've given me some cheese slices, the sort of thing we use at home for our burgers in the summer, which is what they use for this recipe. Personally, at home I would most probably use something like cheddar or something similar, but by all means use cheese slices if you wish. Have a little check halfway through, boiling nicely, and we'll give the aubergine and gentle mix. As you can see, they're beginning to shrink as they get smaller. Another 10 minutes and they should be ready.
La mettiamo
Ma
là.
tu chi lei ho già esperienza di
Entrambe.
lei è più brava.
Potrei dire io, però non lo voglio mortificare.
The sauce I think is ready. Julie, shall we have a look? So we turn that off. We will leave it off now. Mariella, she has finished cooking the aubergines. As you can see, they're all very transparent, and that's a sign that they're cooked and they're still steaming hot. Water is boiling. We're going to be adding some salt. Apparently we need more salt. Okay? And in goes the pasta. We will take it back to the boil and we will leave it for 5 minutes. No more than 5 minutes, this pasta. The same would apply also if you're doing macaroni or anything else at home. Do not overcook it. Make sure that it's very, very al dente. As I've got quite a lot of pasta there, I want to take it back to the boil, so I'm going to put the lid on. After 5 minutes, the pasta is partly boiled, so we're going to be draining it. And you must make sure that it's totally drained, not very liquidy at all. We pour it into this tiny little dish. We will pour some of the sauce on top of the pasta and Giusy will start mixing it. Oh, it smells nice. Odore?
Sì, molto. Profumatissima. Ok, aspetta un attimo.
You need to mix it until it's all.
Vedete, se integra
of the same
pasta
color.
è bella al dente, proprio
It needs to
girandola.
be very, very strong, al dente. You can feel it. The pasta is still quite
Metto un altro mestolino.
uncooked. Al dente is very, very uncooked.
Un altro e basta.
One more.
Quando vai a stella si allunga la stella.
One more for now. There's one here. One here. So we're going to now put some tomato in the bottom of the container there.
Ok.
And we will put some
Mente.
pasta. A bit like if you're making a lasagna really, but without the lasagna. I could do with you at home. Io ti potrei portare a casa mia, mi aiuti?
Certo, volentieri. Un altro poco qua, un altro poco.
She's a bit bossy, isn't she?
Aspetta.
Va bene.
Qua,
Sicilian
pochissimo.
spirit. She did obviously like the way I did it.
Ok. Ora puoi cominciare a mettere tutto.
So we will start then with some aubergines. Just sprinkle it on top. Again, as if you were making lasagna.
Sì. Ho messo tutto qua. Ok.
There you go.
Un pochino qua. Che siamo un po'
She's really worried that
Ok.
you mess it up. You can see too many cooks in the kitchen today. We're gonna go for some cheese.
Questo a pezzettini.
We will be doing it in little pieces. It's very sticky, this cheese. I don't really like it very much. But that is the recipe, I'm afraid. So, again, if I was at home, I would use cheddar. Così basta?
Va bene, un altro pezzettino qua.
Un po'
Mia madre così fa.
Un po' sì, appare troppo amo.
Ok, ora ci mettiamo le
Papi?
uova.
Fashionista.
Perfetta.
Eggs. As if it's snowing. Is that enough? Basta
Ok,
così?
vediamo qua, così perfetto, il
She
formaggio.
liked this corner here. She keep pointing to this corner.
Formaggio.
We'll go for some parmesan cheese.
Devi per la
Again,
mozzarella.
quantities to taste.
Bello abbondante questo.
Apparently I need to make sure that I put lots of parmesan cheese. Così va bene?
Sì, va bene. Ora ci mettiamo la mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
Ma il formaggio è attuale, giusto?
Sì, tutto grana.
Ho pensato che fosse due.
Oh, the smell coming.
No,
L'odore
no,
che
no.
arriva.
Ah.
Smell coming up is incredible.
Ok, va bene così.
And-
Ora ci mettiamo il sugo sopra.
And we start again. We do another scoop
Allora ci
of.
possiamo aggiungere, c'è un sacco di queste cose.
She would like to put some more aubergines. She thinks I've been a little
Ma non
bit
ci
mean.
fanno.
Ma non ci fanno.
Vai.
So we start again. Again, as I said, a little bit like if you're making lasagna, really. So we'll put some tomato. Off you go. You really. Così basta?
No, un altro pochino.
She wants some more.
Qua.
Qua?
Un altro pochino, mezzo mestolino qua.
Mezzo
ok.
qua. Half of that.
Ok. E ora ripetiamo di nuovo l'operazione.
Ok. Start again.
Guarda, guarda un pochino qua.
I told you she's really keen on that corner.
Ok, aspetta, ripetiamo. Ok.
She's
Va bene
so
così.
keen to
Aspetta.
take off my hand. It is a kitchen after all.
Ok.
You do not want to argue with the Sicilian woman, trust me.
Qua. Un pochino. E ora puoi, vai, ora vai.
Oh, I got permission to get on with it.
E il formaggio.
Cheese.
Ah, il cheese, il cheese. Il cheese. Il cheese. So we've done 2 layers of pasta and clearly 2 layers of tomato, eggs, aubergines, cheese, mozzarella, and the last layer is just tomato sauce on top. We're going to be putting an extra layer of parmesan cheese, quite generous, otherwise Brucey will tell me off.
Molto generoso deve essere.
Totally improperly.
Sì. Tanto. Guardo io.
She's watching me, and pretty much covering as if he's snowing. Va pure?
Sì, tutto.
There you go.
Tutto.
Va bene
Un po'
così.
sì.
And to finish off, we will put some straightforward breadcrumbs. These are dry breadcrumbs.
Questo un poco
So
poco.
just a little.
Sì.
Don't go mad with it because
Sì.
they will otherwise absorb too much of the liquid. And as the sauce is quite liquidy, così basta? As the sauce is quite liquidy, when we put this in the oven, che temperatura la mettiamo nel forno?
La mettiamo a 180 gradi per un 40 minuti. Da 40, sì, 40 minuti.
This is gonna go in the oven for approximately 40 to 45 minutes, 180 degrees, and the pasta will finish cooking because the sauce is quite liquidy. Here it is just out of the oven, steaming hot. I'm going to leave it for a few minutes before I serve it, and then we will see what it looks like.
Mi fai vedere cosa hai messo per
It feels absolutely the right consistency.
No, ce l'ho messo ora.
Just ignore them on the back.
Perché sono sopra? Perché...
They can't help. Chatter chatter. Gently lifting it, making sure that it stays together as much as possible. I'm not going to be very good at this. Isn't this beautiful? All beautifully arranged, ready for Christmas. This is steaming hot. It looks absolutely wonderful. And we've got a glass of wine. Thank you, Giusy. Thank you, Mariella. And we're going to taste it. Who's going to taste it first?
Perfetta.
Tu?
È
You first?
perfetta, sì.
Okay. You go. You taste it. Pressure on, pressure. Mariella?
Ottima.
Are you going to taste that? Yeah. My sister? Judging me? I'll taste some. This one you farò taste some. Nice. I think we've done well. Abbiamo fatto molto bene. Ok.
Sono contenta.
Very good. Grazie Giusy.
È stato un piacere.
Grazie,
Ospitarti nella mia
Daniela.
cucina.
Facciamo di nuovo?
Certo, la prossima volta che tornate in Sicilia faremo dei piatti tipici siciliani. Faremo le cassatelle, la martorana
Very good.
e poi faremo anche
Il cibo da strada, street food.
sì, faremo anche le padelle.
Very good.
Sì.
Okay, I've already got a job for when I'm coming back next. But if you enjoyed what you've seen, great, like it, subscribe, whatever you like to do. And until then, ciao ciao for now, arrivederci and thank you for watching.
Arrivederci.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.